Hello. Welcome back to the House of Cyphers. This is the one and only The Cyphers. Welcome back for all my newbies. Welcome to all my old ones. Thank you. And I wanted to come because I haven't made a video in quite some time. There's a lot that's going on. I will do like a catch up later on, but I wanted to kind of go into being autodidactic and what that necessarily means and what does that necessarily look like for me. Now I don't know if you guys have watched the video, but if you haven't, I'm very artsy, but I have this very high intellectual side of me and it's highly analytical and I enjoy solving problems, right? So, with that being said, I tapped into my resources and I got signed up to do one of two courses. And the first one that I decided to do was project management. Why? Because I've managed projects, I've managed events, I've managed conferences, and I love doing events, but then I also like doing programs, which is also a part of project management. And the best part about all of this is that not only do I have access to the resources, but I also have access to be able to gain an opportunity to actually get more hours in project management along with a really awesome mentor who also has a very artistic background. And I absolutely adore this man. So, and also his intelligence as well. So I kind of wanted to go into that. Now, I am an auditory learner, and the way that these courses, because I'm doing it through Coursera, are broken down, they're broken down through part of it is auditory, part of it is visual, the other part is hands on. So if you are a learner and you're visual, that's awesome. If you're auditory like me, awesome. If you're a mixture, which most people are a mixture, you might primarily have one. Like for me, I'm primarily auditory, but if I get to hear something and then do it at the same time, so I'm more of like auditory and hands-on, that's really good. Sometimes I actually need the visuals for everything to click. And in some cases, I can just get the concept. Like, that's just how I am. But I kind of wanted to give you guys an in depth look at my courses and how that looks. I have to turn my lovely laptop into a tablet and kind of show you guys like what the course actually looks like. Now, forgive me here, okay? Do not judge, but this is because my laptop is literally a tablet, so I can do this. So, this is like the video part, okay? And I'm going to click on it, as you can see, right? Manager and he's going to talk and describe how they add. So I have my course selection, what I need to do, discussions, homework, assignments, reading, access to resources will be on this section. And it's broken up by week. So this is like the second week that I'm doing this. And I promise it'll probably take me 4 to 6 weeks, more like 6 weeks because of the slowness I'm going. But I will show you because I'm pretty sure I did like really good on my first quiz. Now, my method for going along with this, or my method for learning, is going to be different. And the reason for this is that I'm doing oh shoot. I don't know if there's like something wrong with my laptop here because when it was like really acting crazy. Sorry about that. So my method is they offer this something very similar on LinkedIn. So what I'm doing is before I actually started my Coursera course, I was actually going on LinkedIn to gain a basic understanding of what project management is. And they actually really go in depth. Like it's like equivalent to like, I think 8 to 12 hour course. So maybe like a day or two. So in that, you pretty much have someone, they read and all of that. So what I do is I actually I'm doing the same course twice and I get certifications both in LinkedIn and in Coursera. So that's how I'm choosing to do it. You can choose it to do it your own way. The reason for that is so that I actually get the information. So whatever I don't get on LinkedIn, I can cover that weakness in Coursera and vice versa, which whatever I learned in LinkedIn then becomes solidified because that knowledge is being tested and it's being used. And if I do have any questions, I am very fortunate to have a mentor who I can call, text, and who is willing to succinctly break down whatever knowledge or whatever I'm lacking in and correct me, which I definitely for sure appreciate. So if you're definitely into learning, watch, observe, ask questions, don't assume. Go to as many people and ask them questions and, research online. I mean, that's one of the biggest things that I would ever suggest anyone learning anything new. I've taught myself a lot of things, and it's just I just would figure it out. I would Google, I would research, I would ask questions, and then some things it just clicked. So that is my project management. I do have another project or another thing that I am learning two things at the same time, right? So the other thing, I've been watching a lot of videos, and I think I might take you guys on that journey with me, but I haven't ordered the supplies yet. I've been really slacking, but hopefully by the end of this week I will order the supplies. I will get all of my setup ready so that I am prepared to do this project, because to be honest, I thought I could just jump into it, but when I started asking questions and researching, I learned so much more, and I'm so grateful that I did that. I didn't just jump into whatever. Like, I jumped into watercolors, but shit, you learn watercolors in school. So I felt like when I jumped into watercolor, I could just watch videos and learn the basics. I don't think that's that hard. But when it comes to art is just one of those things where they do work with chemicals, they do work with things, and you have to know what you're doing, and you have to understand what you're doing, the technique and the process and all of that. And it's been a long, long time since I've done any like serious art, so it's very interesting to see what like how everything goes out. I really think that I can knock it off. The only thing that sucks is because I'm in the Northeast, I'm real close to New York. It gets very cold in the winter. And for those of you who are in the Northern Hemisphere, I don't really need to describe how cold it gets up here. Y'all already know. So that's the only drawback is whatever I'm working with has fumes. So I have to work in a well ventilated space, which I have to put forth thought into it first. So I'm gonna like definitely come with the smoke. I actually, where's my notebook? I'm like looking for my notebook, like, oh, where's my notebook? Where's my notebook? Because I've been taking or having to take notes. And I can show you guys. My place is a mess because I have not been feeling well. I found it. Now, this notebook is like, it has my grant writing notes. We'll go into that. I can even show you where I took a class at Harvard. Yes, I did. Being autodidactic. And this is my own handwriting for notes. Okay. So this is the first portion of it is grant writing, because when I bought the notebook, that's what it was for. And I was definitely looking into positions that do grant writing but also had a component of project management. So I wasn't that far off, but before I took my exam, which I got an 87.5 on my first exam, gotta say, gotta be happy, okay? These are my notes for project management. Okay. What is project management? Yes, I have very neat handwriting because I write a lot. I also, the way I write, like my handwriting, I write very similar when it comes to music. Like if you were to see like my sheet music, you would see like I have very neat handwriting. I don't really like to be messy. That's like one of my pet peeves when writing sheet music. So I have my handy dandy notes with my notebook. If you guys remember Blue's Clues, my handy dandy notebook, right? And it just breaks down. It talks about different roles in project management and what that all means. And I just wanted to make sure that I actually capture that. So with that being said, I'm gonna go do a little bit of my class before I head to work, because I actually very interestingly enough, I work again in education. My degree was to be an education administrator. Do I do that now? Not so much, but this role will help me to understand, because I had the experience of running projects. I just didn't have the necessary technical knowledge, which is very different. So now that I'm receiving the technical knowledge, I can then pair that with my background and my experience. And then I think that I would definitely be a stronger candidate for project management, for program management, for portfolio management. And I am very grateful for that. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys. I do have some stuff in the works. Once things become more solidified, I will definitely be coming and sharing my experiences of how I'm taking my physical learning or my virtual learning into the physical, and how I am applying that to when I work on the job, or when I work, in my personal life, or actually getting a role in project management. So I really want to thank you guys for actually listening, subscribing. If you have any questions about learning or learning styles, please figure out what your learning style is. You can go online and type in learning style, and you can take a test that will describe to you what your learning style is, and what because you're going to have more than one. You're going to have a primary one, and then you're going to have secondary, and then tertiary. So you want to figure out what's your primary and secondary, and then work with those, and then your tertiary will just supplement your primary and secondary. Okay, but it was so nice to be able to come. Like I said, I apologize for being away, but I just wanted to share how, like I said, how I learned, which is autodidactic. How does that, and not only just autodidactic but auditory, right? And how I am translating that into being a successful project manager, portfolio manager, program manager, and just taking you guys through that step. So I appreciate you guys watching, following, subscribing. I hope you could take something from this. I hope you enjoy what I'm bringing. And my goal is to get better with all this like technology, editing my videos, because I don't do too much editing. But that's another thing that I'm going to master, and you guys are going to be on that journey as I learn how to properly shoot my videos, edit my videos, and then go on and go forth. So I thank you guys for the support. Please like, share, and subscribe for all of you people who are so interested in learning project management. Have a good day.